Wait. Some of y'all are out here not moisturizing your hair. Like, really? But, anyways, let's get on with the intro. If you are new here, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment down below. This is Days of J, a private channel for friends and family. So if you are here, welcome to the family. Basically today we're going to be doing 8 tips about hair growth, for keeping your hair healthy, for people with type 4 hair. Basically, it's going to be tips, and there's going to be a bit of a rant because a lot of girls out there with type 4 hair, they're constantly saying, oh, why isn't my hair growing? I want my hair to grow, da, 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 da. But y'all are making your mistakes too, because once you are living, your hair has to be growing. Whether it's growing at a slow rate or a fast rate, it is growing. So stop complaining, okay? Stop complaining, because you're probably making mistakes. If your hair is not growing, there's something that isn't right, either within your body pertaining to your health, or something that you are doing that is probably damaging your hair and allowing it to have stunted growth. Okay, so basically, tip number 1: moisture. Type 4 hair needs to have moisture. Without moisture, it's going to be dry and brittle and break off, especially the ends of your hair. Okay, the ends of your hair are constantly exposed to atmospheric changes, first of all. So you need to keep the ends of your hair moisturized and protected, because when it is exposed to these atmospheric changes, it's gonna become bleh and basically break off. Okay, it's going to break off because the ends of your hair are the oldest parts of your hair, so you need to treat it like it's a baby. You need to treat your ends like it is a baby, because in fact it is a baby. Even though it is the oldest part, it's the part that needs constant attention. You have to have attention with the rest of your hair, especially your roots. Okay, your roots and your ends, these places need constant attention. Your hair, if you want that hair to be healthy and you want it to grow, moisture, and treat your ends like they are your babies. Tip number 2: only cut your hair when it is like the ends of your hair when it is absolutely necessary. Some people have this thing where they cut their hair when it's a full moon or whatever. Know how a split end looks, guys. If you have natural hair and you want to be cutting your ends, you have to know how a split end looks. Do not just cut your hair every month saying, okay, right now it probably has split ends because I haven't cut it in a month. Guys, know how split ends look, because sometimes when you think it's a split end, it's not. Okay, so know how your split ends look for you to know what to cut. You do not need to be following this myth that if you cut your hair every full moon that it's going to grow longer. Don't follow that myth. Only cut your hair, as I said, when it is absolutely necessary, because the constant cutting of your hair will prevent it from growing. Okay, constant cutting, it's just like saying every time you cut your hair, every time your hair starts to grow, you cut it. So you will never see the difference, because every time it grows, you're cutting. Every time it grows, you're cutting. So you will never see a difference because you are constantly cutting. So only cut it when it is absolutely necessary, because I used to do that mistake. I used to be like, okay, it's the end of the month, I have to cut my hair. Okay, I started making that mistake, and it is a huge mistake, because every time my hair would grow, I'll be cutting it thinking that there are split ends, but there are no split ends. It's just my hair growing. And I finally learned how split ends actually look, and I only cut it when it's absolutely necessary. Tip number 3: when detangling your hair, either use a wide tooth comb or your fingers. Okay, because you do not want to be breaking your hair, because as I said, the ends of your hair are the oldest part of your hair. So when you use this rough combing, it's breaking out the ends of your hair. Okay, that's why some of you have like these huge balls of hair that is left on the comb after you detangle, because you are using the wrong combs, the wrong methods of combing out your hair. Some people, they can detangle the hair with moisture, like water, especially when they're in the shower, or like a detangler, or even like a leave-in conditioner, or their conditioner from their wash day, or their deep conditioner. That's what some people use. And some people, their hair can be combed out dry. But in fact, in a way, I would say using moisture is better. Okay, using moisture is better because you have that easy glide through with the comb. Tip number 4, I think. Kind of lost track of what number I'm on. But tip number 4 is, let's hope this is tip number 4. Tip number 4 is learn your hair. Learn the products that go with your hair. Okay, learn the products that go with your hair. It took me years to find out what products actually go with my hair, because my mother tried so many things in my hair. Things that worked with her hair don't necessarily work with my hair. Not because your friend tells you this works with her hair means it's going to work with yours. Find what works with your hair. Don't use what goes with with a YouTuber's hair. Not because a YouTuber say I have 4C hair and share moisture going with me means that because you have 4C hair it will go with you. Know your hair and know what products go with your hair, okay? If you see not going with your hair, not to continue using it just because so and so said it goes with their hair and it made their hair grow or it made their hair healthier. Find out what goes with your hair, find out what makes your hair grow and what makes your hair healthy. Like with me, shea moisture goes with my hair. So basically, I have, for like my wash days, I use the Strengthening and Restore Treatment Mask. Yeah, and as you can see, it's almost done because it goes with my hair. Then I also use the conditioner and shampoo, as you can see. So this is the conditioner, and a little bit goes a long way in it actually. This is the shampoo. Then when I am done, I either use the leave-in conditioner, and this one is new. This one is the bigger pack. This one they call it the family pack, and it's full because I just got it, but it goes with my hair. Or I use a Tijin leave-in conditioner. This one goes with my hair really well as well. So those are the ones that I use. And then like when I want to do my little wash and go, I will use this Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie. It goes really well with my hair. I don't know what goes with your hair, but I'm just showing you what goes with my hair. And then to add a little curl to it, my wash and go, I will use the Echo Olive Oil Gel. Or sometimes if I want like a more puffier look, I don't use the gel. I just use my Denman brush and I comb it through with moisture and my castor oil, my organic castor oil. So this is what I use. This is what I use to moisturize my hair. And what really goes with my hair as well is the Blue Magic grease. Like some people don't use grease in their hair, that's fine. And some people use oils in their hair, that's fine. Whatever goes with your hair is what you should use. Tip number 5, know your hair porosity, because hair porosity can tell you what products to use, what kind of products to use, whether it be smoothies, whether it be custards, whether it be more liquidy stuff. It tells you what products you should be using your hair. So know your hair porosity. Okay, there are some tricks to knowing your hair porosity out there that don't actually work. So find the tricks that work and get to know your hair porosity, okay? Because hair porosity can go a long way in helping you find out what products go with your hair and what products will be terrible for your hair. Tip number 6, always use, always try to find it. Try to find a satin pillow. If you do not wear a headscarf or a hair net or anything when you're going to sleep, try to find satin pillowcases. They help your hair a lot. They don't pull, because when you use the cloth or any other material other than satin, what happens is that it pulls your hair slowly but surely. You cannot tell the difference on one night, but over time it will start to pull on your hair and break your hair, and then you'll be wondering, but why is my hair being damaged like this, and whatever. Yes, you need to know your hair products and what goes with your hair and what helps your hair be healthy and have your moisture. But the satin pillowcase helps a lot. If you're wearing headscarves and hair nets and whatever, get satin headscarves, get satin hair nets. They help your hair a lot. It helps to keep that moisture. And also the cloth ones and the whatever, they take away your moisture, but the satin ones helps to keep the moisture in your hair and doesn't strip your hair moisture, doesn't strip your hair of your little strands. Okay, tip number 7 is, oh my gosh, I forgot the tip. Tip number 7 is protective hairstyles. A lot of people think that braiding and locks are protective hairstyles. To me personally, I don't consider it a protective hairstyle. Braids and locks, like faux locks, I do not consider that a protective hairstyle. I just see that as, yeah, you have your hair away for some time, like for a short amount of time, it is a protective hairstyle. But if you know you want to keep the braids for a long time, don't. Because that pulls on your edges so bad. Even though the person doesn't put it tight, it pulls on your edges, it pulls on your strands, and you have this added extra hair, and it causes weight to be weighing down on your hair strands. So this is why I do not consider it a protective hairstyle. Also, when you wet that hair, all this weight is bringing down your hair strands. All this weight is, pulling on those hair strands. So that is why I do not consider braiding and faux locks a protective hairstyle. What I do consider a protective hairstyle is your cornrows, your corkscrews, your plaits. That is what I consider protective hairstyles. Okay, when your ends are tucked away, nice, moisturized, and well placed, and your roots are well managed and protected, that is what a protective hairstyle is. Once there's this added weight, it's not a protective hairstyle. Once there's all this pulling, it's not a protective hairstyle. Once those ends are being exposed, not a protective hairstyle. But once it's tucked away nicely, plaited nicely, that is a protective hairstyle. Okay, that is what I personally consider a protective hairstyle. And tip number 8, your diet. Being physically fit, both mentally and physically, that helps a lot with both skincare and hair growth. Being cleansed on the inside and your mental state of mind, it helps. Okay, when you're eating all this junk food, not drinking your water, eating all these candies and stuff, you're going to be breaking out. Your hair will be feeling the effects too. Okay, some people think they can be eating all these junk and whatever, probably have a disease already, and then nothing will happen to their hair or their skin. It will. Once you're not physically fit and mentally stable or mentally fit, it will have an impact on your skin and your hair. It has a huge impact on it, in fact. So drink that water, eat those vegetables, eat those fruits, stay healthy. Okay, do those exercises, keep your mind occupied. Don't overthink, especially during this COVID season. A lot of you are probably overthinking and developing these thoughts and whatever, and probably sitting around all day playing games, watching TV, not doing stuff. Keep yourself occupied. Read a book. Okay, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, drink your water, exercise, do yoga, do a little dance here and there. If every afternoon you put your music on and you just dance around and whatever, it's fine. But that mental and physical state of fitness, it helps a lot with your hair growth and keeping your hair healthy. Okay, even me personally, this is something that only family members know, but I think it is at a time where I can say it out loud. During the COVID season, like for the first part of the COVID season, everything was fine. I was eating healthy, I was exercising and whatever, but I am constantly in the house, and then I started to overthink and I kind of developed an anxiety. This anxiety got really bad to the point where my mother had to go away for some time, and I was in the house by myself, basically doing everything for myself. And I would just have these periods of time where I'm home alone and I'm just overthinking. I have nothing to do. I would be exercising, I'll be eating my stuff, but I would just be there overthinking and whatever. And I did in fact develop anxiety. And it was like anxiety of like something will happen to me, anxiety of something will happen to me and I'm probably going to die. And I got really scared, and I started developing like these aches and pains in my body. And it was probably from the anxiety and probably from the fact that after a while I stopped exercising and I started like sitting around all day just watching TV, just playing games. And basically I would develop these aches and pains, and it got me really scared. And the anxiety did not make it any better, and I got really scared. And when my mother got back home, I was concerned for her well-being as well. It was just I just fell into this state of anxiety, and it was really bad. But after a while, I started to heal from it. I started talking to my family, opening up, praying to God, because God first all the time. He helps a lot. Like, guys, like, I am a Christian, but I never really talk about it. God helps a lot. Prayer helps a lot. Like, a lot of people think it doesn't help because they don't know who He is, but it helps a lot. And I started getting back into my routine of keeping my mind occupied, exercising, talking to you guys, talking to my family. Yes, I had my occasional watching of TV, watching of YouTube, and whatever. And also, what helped me, even though it's bad to be constantly on your phone like that, what helped me keep my mind occupied at first was playing Among Us. Like, I used to play Among Us a lot just to keep my mind occupied when I wasn't doing my schoolwork, because I'm doing online courses. When I wasn't doing that, I'll be playing Among Us. And I mean, it is bad to have your hands constantly like this, but it did help me. I got back into my routine of exercise, back into my routine of eating healthy. The aches and pains, they stopped a little. I mean, there's the occasional thing once in a while, but I'm getting there. I'm getting back to my old self. The anxiety is starting to wash away. I mean, I still play Among Us, I still watch my YouTube, but I keep it to a minimum. Like, I have my limits. Okay? So, and like, I would see it in my face. Like when I got the anxiety, I saw it in my face. I saw the breakouts. I saw my skin, my skin was saying, yo, what's going on? Hello, knock knock. Hello, girl, come back. I saw it in my hair just like, it just started growing slower, and like it would just be like very thin. My hair started to get very thin. My hair started thinning. But now that I'm getting back to myself, I see my hair coming back to life. I see my skin coming back to life. No more aches and pains. So guys, that is the end of the video. Be safe, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye.